Hello everyone, good morning. Today is Monday and day 8 of the Growing From Within series. Today we are going to talk about confidence and how to boost your confidence. To talk about this topic, we are going to reflect on two questions to allow us to extend in the topic. And the first one is, do you let fear discourage your confidence? Do you take your failures to learn from them and change the direction? Or do you see them as struggles and you complicate more the picture? The idea is that when you appreciate the lessons, when you clearly see the messages, when you let the journey to dazzle your eyes, when you are grateful for the struggles and the curves that you found in your journey, it is all those experiences that are going to give us the character. They are going to forge our character. They are going to test your passion and allowing to ignite your confidence from within. That is the place where you have to start igniting your confidence and getting more available of the lessons that you have. The idea is that we are generating the confidence from inside. It's not coming from anyone. Someone can inspire us, someone can help us to be confident and give us security, but our confidence has to be grown on the lessons that we are doing, on the things that we are learning, on the process, on the journey that we already have. And one thing that helps you a lot to grow this confidence and to impact your life is to go back in your lessons, to go back in the times that you have succeeded and start narrating the experience as if you were living it again. But now you are going to be able to see right in the point where you are going to get the lessons. One quote that makes us think about the confidence and that I love because it's the message that gives us is that confidence comes not from always being right, but not from fearing to be wrong. That quote is from Peter McIntyre, and that quote inspires us to also make mistakes, to be able to do the mistakes and to learn from the lessons, but not keeping doing the mistakes because that of course will lead you to discourage you. So observe your life with everything that you have lived, with everything that you have done, and pick up some of the most struggling situations, pick up 2 or 3 struggling situations, and pick up 3 or 4 from the ones that you have succeeded, and from them start making the puzzle, start analyzing in the ones that you fail. Why did you fail? What happened? What led you to do the mistake? Or what did you say? What were you thinking? What was your emotional background? Because our emotions are impacting, of course, our confidence and can lead us to make mistakes. So the idea is that you start disassembling the experience and seeing it from the observer point of view and seeing now the lessons and seeing now the things that you can acquire from that and build the loop of confidence. Take out the messages and the stories from that past. Pick up the most important things. Start creating an empowering story. Start visualizing yourself. The next challenge that you have, the next endeavor that you have, you can start depicting a map. You can start depicting a plan. You can start making it just as a game so that you can feel also that power, that those endorphins, those serotonin. Just make it as a game. You are in the game, you are the leading player and you can make the moves. So you have to move the pieces. You have to start writing the empowering story, the vision that you want to achieve, and the things that you will need. Remember that always we have to be aware of the whole picture, the surroundings. What do we need to succeed? What do we need as skills? What do we need as emotional resilience? am I going to be in that situation? If I'm going, for example, to do these kind of transmissions, I prepare myself first. I start rehearsing and I start doing it so that I can depict myself doing the things. If you start writing and planning your days and your activities, that is the planning phase. That is the vision phase. That is the phase that is going to lead you to put your brain in the situation and open the prefrontal cortex and start releasing the neurotransmitters that you need in order to boost that confidence, in order to make the connections, in order to wire your brain the way you want, not randomly, not until you arrive to the experience. If you prepare before you have the experience, then most likely it will be positive for you because you already do it in your brain. So it is just a matter of acting now, of behaving now. Remember that the thought comes before the emotion, then the feeling, then the action. That's the scale that we are going. So if we think first, how do we want to feel? We are triggering the emotion that we want to feel. Now that we have the emotion, we have the feeling. We start feeling eager to go to the experience already, even if it hasn't happened. And the next step is acting, is being there. You are going to be anxious to be in the experience because you already triggered all of your neurotransmitters, all of your pharmacy is already inside of you, is already in the brain, is already making its job. Because remember, every cell in our body is working together, is making things happen for you. But you have to place yourself in the situation of visualizing the thing. If you feel some kind of fear about the experience that you are going to have, don't worry, just welcome the fear as a passenger and take the force of the fear and transform it to make the journey with more emotion. You can turn and shift fear that makes you paralyzed to fear that makes you want to do more. Those are two types of fears. One protects you from a danger, but there is not a danger in a situation or in a challenge. It is not that. So you can shift that concept of fear and make it gasoline for you, for your brain, and try to shape it as a way of emotion, ecstasy, and eagerness to go to the experience, to do the experience, and to perform it in a way you already write it down. That's why starting the mornings with the plans of your day will make your days almost perfect. If something happens, you are already prepared because you saw that something could be wrong in the visualization process, in the preparation process. That's why preparation to the things that we are going to face is the best way to improve our confidence. We are going to gain that. If we have certain kind of fears towards doing something, just do it. Don't be afraid of shame or of doing it wrong or of not knowing what to say. It's going to go and flow. Rehearse yourself. Do it alone. Try it. The more time you try it, the easier it's gonna get. Others' opinion usually is not as bad as you think. When I didn't do these kind of videos, when I didn't do them in English, because that's not my primary language, I was afraid because there were so many words that I didn't have in my brain already, but I started preparing the scripts, preparing the things that I was going to say, reading them, studying them, writing them, and doing a rehearsal. And just by doing this is the way I started to do the things better. And I know that I can improve more, and I know that I have now the confidence to do it, and I'm not ashamed of anything, and I haven't received negative messages. So don't be afraid of the other's opinion. Usually, that doesn't matter. If there is a naysayer in the mix, just they are reflecting their own pain. They are reflecting their own emotions. So don't engage in that. Let them go. Even thank them from being there, for giving some comment, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else, because many times confidence is not boosted because we think too much in what others might say, in what others are going to think, in how are we going to be evaluated. And most people are not worried about us. So we have to do the things in spite of whatever other people think and say, because that's the only way you are going to practice. You're going to be in the moment. You're going to make the map. You're going to create the game, and you're going to play the visualization process. I'm going to repeat this again because I want you to take this as the most important message. First is the thought, then you have the emotion, then you have the feeling, then you have the behavior or the action, and that's it. So think, how do you want to feel? Process everything in your mind, make the emotion happen, trigger your emotions. How do you want to feel in that situation, in that meeting, in that interview, in that video that you are going to do, in that podcast that you are going to be interviewed, in that book that you are going to write? Whatever you are going to do, pick yourself the emotion that you want to feel in that moment. Feel it, allow the feeling, embrace the feeling, and inundate yourself with all the neurotransmitters. And finally, just wait for the moment to boost your confidence and to do the best version of yourself in the moment. Concentrate, breathe when you are in the moment, and let the fear go away. Receive it as a passenger, but take it as fuel to do the things. Transform it to eagerness, to excitement, and that's it. Thank you very much for paying attention. Thank you very much for being here, for commenting, for sharing, for giving me your thoughts. I really appreciate this new community that we are creating with these growing from within messages, because that's the time that we are living now, to empower ourselves, to grow from within, to start building the habits, to start training ourselves to be the best version with everything that we have inside. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.